Hello everybody, how you doing today? It's Superfiend here, and welcome back to Whacky World. Last night, I did my first Planet Coaster live stream, and some of you stopped by to say hello. That was a lot of fun. Let me give everybody in here, and for this recording, a quick recap on some stuff that happened during that live stream. One thing that happened is we did some more staff management in the beginning of the stream. And I got rid of some more staff, and we're actually turning a profit now. I turned on the three like newspaper or magazine cereal box poster. Okay, well the paper, the cheap marketing campaigns. I turned those back on. We have 4,600 people in the park. Sometimes it goes up to 4,800. So we actually got a pretty good crowd in the park now. Over here at the Lost Gardens, this queue has changed. It used to just go straight up and then that way, but we added some extra winding in here, a little bit more zigzagging, so that people could, we could fit more people in the queue. Other than that, the coaster's unchanged. I deleted the whirly rig over here, and I replaced it with the one over here. So because people keep going on this one, but nobody will go on this one. So I took the one from over here. I moved it over there. We were thinking on the stream that maybe it's because this one was built first and that's why, but it doesn't seem to make much difference. There's still like not really anybody going on. It is there, and it has decent prestige. I don't know what the deal is. It's only $4. It used to be $1, and then because there was a line over here for it, I filled it back up. But people still don't want to go on it. So I'm thinking that maybe the whirly rig is either going to go and we're going to put some, like maybe a little coaster in here, or maybe just a more exciting flat ride. But, I don't want to get rid of the whirly rig. I want people to go on it. And I threw a bunch of scenery down in a couple places, like real sloppy. This is not permanent, but like real sloppy. I just threw this all down here to make sure that this ride has 100% Q rating, because I wanted to see if it was going to affect how willing people were to line up for the ride. It doesn't really seem to be making much of a difference, does it? It's still not pulling in very much. Every month it loses money, I'm pretty sure. Lifetime profit is $2,000. Yeah, so we're losing a little bit every month. I took some of the planners, these planners over here, and I moved them over by this queue just to get the queue scenery up, and to see if that would make a difference with this ride. And still, nobody cares. Nobody wants to go on the whirly rig, and it's really kind of irritating. Over here, did I do something over here? I did do a few things in here. We went down into the Kraken shops that I added a couple episodes ago. I'm going to pause it because it's always a little louder in here. I got rid of the first aid shop because nobody uses it, and a while ago we got rid of that. There is an ATM here. Down over here, I added another ATM, and I think, I thought it was flat. Anyways, I think this is going to turn into like a locker facility. There's going to be like lockers back here. So we have an ATM there, because there were quite a few people who were heading this way who didn't have the money to go on Kraken Voyage. So I figured, okay, we'll try putting an ATM there. We've added a couple other ATMs also. There's another one in here. There's an ATM over here now, and it does get used. The ATMs are getting used. And they're free. They're free to use. I added an ATM over here for the Lost Gardens. We have one there. And then I dropped 2 ATMs on this side of the park. I dropped one right over here. Yeah, some people bought the patriotic hats. Okay, good. The Uncle Sam hat. So I dropped an ATM here. And I dropped an ATM on this side. So no matter which way they're coming to get to this little side area, there's an ATM for them to access. And that's because I was getting a few messages, quite a few messages, where people had 60 cents in their pocket and they're trying to go on stuff and they can't do it. So, and then we do finally now have some people in line for this and going on the carousel. So that's good. It's still losing money, but it's not as bad as it was. Oh, and then the other thing that changed in the stream is I thought that Twisty Turny had a 100% Q rating, and it did not. So I went and I built this, I built this building. I just covered it up really quick, and this is like real sloppy. I don't know if it's permanent or not. Kind of everything in the side park is subject to change because we built that to get the park making money, and then moved it over here. So it's still part of the park, but this is not like what this area is going to look like when Whacky World is finished. But anyways, let's go fix this because I goofed it up. we're going to replace that with, what are these? These are panels. We need a panel arch. There we go. So now they're cruising out that way. Anyway, so the Q scenery rating on this, it was a 57% instead of 86. And so just building the rest of the building and putting this big goofy dome on top of it, or this big silly curve, it's now up to an 86. And the queue has always been empty. Now the queue has got people in it. So it made a difference. That was a good thing to do. That was a good thing to do. This right over here, the American Arrow, it has a 100% queue scenery rating, but people are still not really going on it. It's just not pulling people over. I don't know why. Hopefully it changes. Now, if we look at the monorails over here, this is side rail. It has a terrible queue scenery rating, and so does the one over here. So one thing we could try doing is dropping some scenery just around these things and see if maybe that gets, because the guests, this one is always full. And I thought maybe it's full because the guests are just like super excited to leave this area and go to the other areas. But now I'm starting to think the reason they like it so darn much is because there's all this stuff and it's got a 100% scenery rating. So they're treating it, no. How does this not have 100%? Like, how much more could I possibly decorate this thing? Why is this not 100%? It should be 100%. Anyways, this one's always full. So is this one 40%? Because that one back there is 40% and it's always full. So now I'm kind of curious. Like this one's pathetic. And side rail, what is that again? They're both pathetic. So maybe what I'll do to start this episode off is we're just going to put down a little bit of scenery here, some trees and whatnot. Do I have path supports on this thing? I do. Man, those coasters are loud. The coasters are loud. Don't want to have to compete with them. Okay, so let's throw some scenery down near this thing. And, I'm thinking maybe just some rocks and some bushes and trees. I'm not going to go like full bore and make a whole building. I think the shrubbery, the foliage is going to work well. And let's just see if we increase the scenery rating from like 15% up to like maybe 60 or something if people are more willing to go on it, right? Let's just see if that happens. And you know what? I'm going to do something a little different. Okay, side rail. I'm going to build off the station grid. And then I'm going to get that little 1 meter piece back. And I'm just going to drop it down here on the floor. Okay, there we go. Now it's there we go. Okay, we're gonna go tuck this like just right here, or maybe there is okay. That'll be fine. Okay, and I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do foliage and just a few rocks and things. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. Let's look at our rocks, and what do we want here? Like some just deciduous rocks by the entrance. So we can get that there. I'm gonna turn off the angle snap. And maybe we'll get another one here. We'll roll it over. Okay. And then a couple smaller rocks. Do we got any decent small rocks? Let's see. Put that one like there. Okay, tripping hazard, watch your step. And let's go ahead. No, not the super big one. There's the monster rock. Jeez Louise. But we'll put like, a couple of these tropical rocks back here. Just line the path with these. And we'll throw a couple of now these are good small rocks. So, we'll put this like, right there. I'm not thinking too much about this. There we go. And let's see. Maybe we'll throw like an alpine rock or two back here. Okay, and we'll put some underneath because that will still affect it a little bit. And again, the reason I put down the 1 meter wood post first is so that everything's a building, and if I want later in life, I could just select like one scenery piece and delete them all at once, or move it around and duplicate it if I want to just get like a little bit of rocks and things going somewhere else. So there we go. Let's get one more of the alpine. We'll just kind of drop it there, and we'll drop this big one like right over here as well. Okay, so we got a little bit going on over here. Let's turn to our trees. And what else were we doing over here? These are poplars. These are poplars. We got lots of good trees now. They've added some pretty cool new trees. So I'm thinking I kind of want some trees over here. So go back to scenery. I want like a tall, big tree, but not like that. Okay, this is gonna take a moment. This is gonna take a moment to figure out which one we're gonna add over here. So let's see. No. What is that? Sycamore. Let's look at some of the new trees. Content pack, adventure. What do we got in here? There's a couple. Yeah. Okay. See, like this is what I'm thinking. This is kind of cool. Is it floating or is it on the ground? It is on the ground. Okay. So what happens if we add like let's just see what this does with the coaster, too. This could be neat. Let's see here. So what'd that end up looking like as they come through here? Is it too close to them? It's not intercepting the track. We'd have to watch them go through again. This is at the end of the ride. Now, this one's a little too close. This one's a little too close, right? So what we want to do is, yeah, rotate it like that. Oh man, it's just so close right here. Okay, this is a little bit better. That's good. I like that. And now let's see here. This one, they're already starting to go downhill, so I think that one's okay. And then let's look at this little, this one right here. And, it's good enough. It's fine. I could always raise the terrain up just a tiny bit so the tree would be a little taller. But, I don't care that much about it. Again, because this is all kind of temporary stuff. Now, let's see. I don't think the trees are going to affect the queue too much, but let's just see. What are we at? We gained 10%. That's nothing. Nothing. We've gotten nowhere. And I know I could cheat. Like I could put, the treasure chest down here and put it inside of a big rock. I could do that. I don't really want to do that, but I could do that. And now let's see. Do we want to get another one like right over here? Yeah, okay. We're going to do this. This would be kind of neat. And these are all still part of this building, right? No, I don't think they are. So we need to use our select tool. Grab that, and then merge. Now it's all part of the same building. Okay, now let's just see how close this one comes down to the... Okay, we're good there. We're totally not good right there. Okay, so we'll spin it just a little bit. Yeah, I don't think this one in the middle is going to work at all. I don't think it's going to work. Okay, you need to go. That one's not going to work. Okay. Now, as far as over here goes, what is this? This is floating? Why do I got a floating bush? You should be down there. How did I end up with a floating bush? Did I place that accidentally while I was doing this? Okay, a couple more trees. Couple more simple trees. Now, I think that's as much... Those were the ones I was looking for. I don't think any of these other ones, like, really, you know, really fit in here. Maybe on this end? You know, it might be nice for the right operator here to kind of... have some shade. Okay, we got plenty of clearance for the train. We got some shade now for this guy. Okay, and little birds can poop on him. He probably needs an umbrella. Probably needs an umbrella to save him from the bird poop. But, you know, it looks a little bit better. And what about the... No, we don't want that. We don't want that one at all. Let's see. Scenery theme. No. Nature region. Tropical. Deciduous. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Big fat oak tree. Another big fat oak tree. Well, you know, I've always liked the Crimson King. Nice colors. Okay, so maybe we'll set this one like back here. Okay, darn tree. I'm having a hard time seeing what I'm even doing. That looks good, and let's see. We don't want this like hitting the path. So maybe like over here would be a little bit better for this one. No, not there. There's good. And there we go. That got it. Mostly like, you know, there's a little bit of leaves here that are kind of parallel with the path, so that's good. And, you know, then we'll just put some bushes and stuff down below, I think. But maybe we'll squeeze one of these like right here. No, don't intercept the path. What if we like do that and then do that? Okay, almost. Okay, so it's right up against the path. Right up against it. Little too close, but you know, that's okay. And let's duplicate this. Let's put one like here and here. Okay, so we got this like real nice little nature monorail entrance, and that's a little guy. Let's get some bushes. Let's get some bushes. And we can put the forest bush here, and we'll sink it down. When you do your bushes, you know, it's a good idea to raise them up and down. Is that one going through the path? Nope. And we can get some... It's real tricky to get back in here, but here we go. So it's poking through the floor, so, you know, we just go down a little bit. Go down a little bit there. And we'll put a couple of them like here and there. This side's a little bare, you know. Maybe we need to put a couple here as also. Just so it looks kind of symmetrical. And I'll drop one here behind the rocks. Actually, this one will raise up a little bit. And then the ironwood. Let's see. And after all this, the Q scenery rating will probably barely go above like 50%. But that would be okay. That's about what it is over on the pirate rail. The pirate station is about 50%. So if this, you know, after all this work, if this is only 50%, if that gets like people lined up for this thing, then, you know, mission accomplished, right? That's kind of the goal here. Yeah, we'll put a couple of these in the back there. And then now we're going to go for some of the other bushes. We'll do park bushes. These are your like manicured bushes and stuff. Okay, they're actually taken care of by the park employees. Is that floating? Yeah, I guess it's not. Okay. And then we'll put one in over here. We'll add another one here. And usually I like to go through and like recolor the leaves on these, but I'm probably not going to bother with it right now. But being able to change the leaf colors is a really nice feature. And then let's put a couple of these, right? These ones will look nice up against the rocks. And so what I'm doing is I'm turning it so the arrow is facing where I want it to go, because it's too hard to get it in here sometimes, and then hold control, and the blue arrows, they line up with the arrow on the rotation tool. So I want to slide it in here. So then we do, and doop. Right there. And you know what? That's good enough for me for now. Okay. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit. It'd be interesting if for the management they had like utility bills, like electricity and water, and the more foliage that you added, like the more it increased your water consumption. That would be kind of cool. All right, let's see what we got. It was 73% with just the trees. And let's come down here and let's just see what it looks like when we cruise up, right? So we get this nice little nature queue. And, you know, ideally I'd like to put some like covers over the top of it, but again, I think the queue path is going to change at some point. Okay. So let's see if increasing the queue rating over here boosts up the willingness of people to kind of like line up for that thing, right? And then we'll come over here. I still can't get people to go on this at all, practically. This is the most people that have like ever been in line for this stupid thing. And I have billboards advertising it and stuff too, and it's like just they don't go on it. I don't know how you get them to go on it. Like I got this billboard here with a really bad picture of the temple plane on it. What would happen if I were to put one here when they're getting off the monorail? Would they see that and then want to walk all the way over there? I'm kind of inclined to think they wouldn't. And how full is this queue? Because I lowered the price and stuff on this. It's pretty full. That's good. And now what I want to do is I want to look at these people coming off the monorail here. There's no way that thing emptied that fast. Nobody got on it. It was, oh, it's broken down. Oh, they can't get off until the mechanic fixes it. So let's see. Where's our mechanic? He should be pretty close. We got pretty decent response time on fixing these things. Where's our mechanic? There he is. He's right here. Still taking him a while to get here, though. You know, it's still taking him a while to get here. And when one monorail breaks down, like, the whole thing goes to pot, doesn't it? The whole thing goes to pot. What's our money look like? Ah, we're back. Okay, we're up to 10,000 a month. So I feel good about, you know, spending time decorating and stuff. I'm keeping an eye on the notifications for when the monorail is fixed. And I kind of want to see what it looks like as these people come through here. Yeah, so they're far enough away. They're far enough away. Uh-oh, we got an unhappy staff member. Where is he? What do we do with him? Why is he unhappy? Because he can't catch anybody? Okay. We need to take care of unhappy staff. But I still want to see the monorail first. I want to see it. I want to see where... Oh, man, he still isn't even here. Okay. Let's look at our security staff real quick. If one's unhappy, there might be others that are unhappy. Whoa, we got a couple that are really unhappy. Front entrance and over here at the Kraken. What's your deal, man? What's your deal? It's time for me to find a new job. I've almost had it. He's not been able to do anything. He's bad. Maybe he's just really bored. Let's try upping his pay. Let's give him 85. Let's give him 85 a month. We got another one that's unhappy. He's way at the front entrance. And what's your deal? It's too quiet. It's too quiet. So, you know, maybe we just don't need him over here. You're fired. Okay, if it's so quiet that we don't need you over there, then you're fired. We'll just save ourselves the money. Okay, we still haven't got the monorail fixed. There we go. It just finally fixed. So now were there people on it? Yeah, now they're getting off. Okay, so while they're all getting off, let's look at the Kraken Voyage. Let's look at the wear and tear because it just broke down. We're going to go ahead and request a refurbishment on that. And this guy, he looks unhappy. I bet he's going to go break a bench. He needs to use the potty. Yeah, don't worry, man. We got a potty for you. It's all ready to go. So, okay, we got another car that's coming in here. Okay, let's wait a sec. Okay, this car should have some people, yes? Yes, we got some people. I want to see where they're going when they get off the monorail over here. Like, what's their logic? What's their logic? Where you going, silly hat guy? Hidden Temple. They're all going to Hidden Temple. Do they have money? They got plenty of money. Where are you going? Freaky Flyers. You're going to Freaky Flyers. Okay, so let's think about that for a second. You just got off the monorail here. That means that you were on the monorail or you got in line for the monorail over there. And now you're going to walk all the way to Freaky Flyers. You're going to be pissed off by the time you get there. Oh, man, that drives me nuts. They're going to go get food. They're idling. Also headed to Freaky Flyers. And they're going to Lost Gardens. You know, I think the guests just ride the monorails just for, like, they just treat it like it's a regular ride. Which is kind of irritating. Okay, one other thing I want to do is some of the staff in here, especially the mechanics, they take a long time to get the rides back up and running. So I think they need to be trained. And I think we need training for these two mechanics in here. And okay, we fired that guy. Hopefully this guy gets happier. And if he's just so bored that there's nothing to do, we'll fire him too. Maybe not this episode, but mechanics. Oh, we got an unhappy mechanic. My pay is not great. Okay, well, people who are more trained in getting 160 are happy with that pay. Okay, so you know what? Let's do the Kraken ride mechanics. Let's bump them up to 160. Let's give them each training. That should make them a little happier. You know, we don't want them to quit. If they quit and we don't notice, then Kraken Voyage breaks down. It takes forever for us to, like, figure it out. We lose a lot of money. So we don't want to miss out on that, right? Okay, our janitors are doing awesome. Our entertainers are doing pretty good. Although, you know, I'm wondering if we need to spend $200 a month for the front entertainer. Like, how useful is this person? Last month, entertained 86 guests. No one watched my performance. Do they not like me anymore? Yeah, we got a few people who are watching. Let's see. What else do we got? Side Rex is entertaining 8. The Cow's entertaining 9. The other ones are wandering. They're not doing anything currently. We looked at them. Let's look at the shop guys, okay? Okay, here we go. We got another unhappy, cranky shop person at Temple Food. So let's train. And let's go up to 100. Haphazard Freak Days. He's got a high workload, huh? So which Which Frite? Oh, he's resting in the staff building. Okay, you know what? Let's train him. And we'll give him 100, right? Anybody else in here who's unhappy, has a high workload? Here's a high workload. They are resting at the staff building, and they work at the pirate entrance place. So, you know, we'll get them up to 3. This person has a high workload, so let's train them. This is Kraken Shops. Normal workload at Kraken Ride. We want to make sure that anybody who's over there buying stuff is going to get served fast, though. Okay, we got a high workload at Haphazard Water over here. Okay, this water shop, it seems to do pretty good. It actually does pretty good. So, you know, we may be keeping this one. This is Sean Yost. So let's go ahead and train him. And we'll bump him up to 100. Who else has got a high workload in here? And what are these guys? Kraken Ride. Okay, Kraken Ride. Kraken Ride. Let's bump them. And we'll give them 90. We are making pretty good money this month. So, you know, I kind of feel okay. Now, the Kraken Shops, they're all always busy. So, let's sort it by roster now. And let's just make sure that everybody at Kraken Ride is going to be 2. And let's get everybody over at Kraken Shops up to 3. Okay. Because those areas are always busy. Those areas are always busy. Side Park is kind of tanking right now. And then we did train this guy. Okay, so that should be good. Maybe we'll make more cells. Maybe not. We'll see. And, you know, so with how well this little shop right here is doing, I'm almost thinking that... I'm almost thinking that somewhere over here would be a good place to build like a little food court, little plaza. If we were to put a food... well, I don't want to get rid of all those trees. I like them. I wonder what it would look like if we put like a little food shop angled this way, behind this one, and then we sold some food over here. Would we make money at that shop? Would we make money at that shop? And over here I added some stuff. We got a Haphazard Frites. I think this is the guy we just trained. It loses money every month. I didn't really play with the fries or the prices, though. I did nothing with it. I just dropped it down. So you know what? Let's go 4. And let's go 8. And let's just turn everything on. Somebody on the stream said they turn everything on and then their shops go bonkers. So let's see if that... let's see if that makes a difference. And we're just going to give them a lot of everything. Okay, and we'll see if that gets people going nuts. You're taking a picture of the shop? Oh, it's the Vista Point that I added here. You know, we're going to go ahead. We're going to delete that Vista Point. We don't need that anymore. And what is this? This is water. No, this is... Okay, you know what? Let's just turn everything on. And let's just see if these things start like making more money, right? Let's see if they start making more money. And then over here, this thing is always doing good, even at the $4 price. But we're still losing money on it every month. It's like, you know, it's one of those lost leader type deals. Where? Which staff member can't find a staff building? Which one can't find a staff building? Let's make sure we got capacity in all the staff buildings real quick. Staff building, okay. Capacity, okay, front staff. Do we really... Should I increase the... Should I increase the capacity on this one? It's only got one person in it. I can't imagine... Alright, I'll bump it up to 2. This one, the Kraken Ride staff. Let's just make it 10. Let's just make it 10. These staff buildings, man, they kill you with the upkeep on them. It's expensive. It's expensive. We're spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 a month just on staff buildings. Good grief. Good grief. That is going to be expensive over the course of the park. We're still, oh man, you know, we're not like totally profitable. We're making, you know, we make a little bit, but we were at like 450 when we started the episode, were we not? We were at like 450 when we started, and we're still at 450. So we're not making a ton of money here. We're not making a ton of money. Now let's see. Is this line is getting longer? This line is getting longer now. This is good. I think it's getting longer, or maybe it's about where it was. I thought when I looked earlier it was like over here, and now it's kind of queuing up a little bit more. Still nothing for this, though. Maybe the queue is just too long. Yeah, you know, maybe we just don't need a long queue like this anymore with such a short ride. Maybe if I just make the queue go like from here and then just straight across over to there, maybe that will get people going on it. We are having a few more people line up over here now. So we are getting some more guests on this, which is making me think maybe I do want to go over and decorate this queue. I'm not going to do it this episode, but you know, maybe if I throw some decorations on this, we can get some people lined up over here, and that'll be really good. We still don't get a lot of people on these stupid flat rides, though. We got a few of them over here. Got a few of them. Let's look at the overall guest thoughts. Let's see what the guests are thinking overall. Energy's down. We need more toilets. Okay, the queue for Hidden Temple is full. That litter's disgusting. Apparently we still have litter problems. I'm thirsty. Cracking Court Beef looks busy. And the queue for the monorail was full. So, you know, I don't know what else to do. Let's go hunt for some litter. They're saying that the litter's disgusting. I don't know what else to do to, like, you know, get all the guests happy. Because I can't really do much about the monorail queue over there. So where's the litter? Because I don't see any litter anywhere. Like, there's no litter in this park. Where? Where's the litter? There should be no litter. There's bins and benches and, like, there's trash cans and stuff everywhere. Everywhere. How are 10% of the people disgusted with litter? Maybe there's some over here? Yeah, you know, that could be. Maybe if we just drop a bin, like, down here. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, let's just drop one there. And we'll drop one over here. Okay, a couple more bins. And I thought I had bins up here. I thought I did, but I guess I don't. Okay, so we're going to add a bin there. Because people do cruise this way. Okay, we'll add those just in case. It could be that there's like one piece of litter that gets cleaned up very quickly, but it's in a very high traffic area, and so lots of guests manage to report that they're disgusted by it. And I suppose, you know, there could be some over here also. So let's just see if adding a couple trash cans here will decrease those messages, right? But I got bins all along here. You know, I don't really have any bins over here, so maybe I should, like, add a bin Add a bin. You got restrooms over here, so maybe we just need like some bins. Okay. But I can't find any litter. Like, I can find 0 litter in this park. So I don't know why they're disgusted with litter. Is it in here? This is another high traffic area. And I certainly don't have any bins in here. So let's go ahead and let's just throw some down. Okay. We'll see if that makes a difference. We'll see if that makes a difference. And I already checked this path, right? Not really, but I can't find any. I can't find any litter. Nothing over here. All right, nothing over there. Nothing over here. I mean, nobody should be taking their cheeseburger on the ride with them. Now, there could be some over here. There could be some over here. So let's just duplicate these bins a little bit. Ah, here we go. Here's some litter in a high traffic area. Yeah, okay. And here comes the janitor. So maybe it's litter from this shop with no bin nearby. Okay, so maybe that'll take care of that. Let's see. But I do have more bins over here. I got lots of bins over here. Lots and lots of bins. So let's see. Let's see. We want to get rid of that litter is disgusting message, okay? We don't want people thinking the litter's gross. Still not getting a very full queue over here, though. So let's see where they're going. Monorail. Monorail. Yeah, can you tell me, like... So if it just says monorail, maybe they just want to ride the monorail, and they're not really... See, because otherwise it says Kraken Voyage via monorail. One other thing, you know, I want to do... It's kind of been bugging me. And I think we're going to do this, and this is going to be the last thing I do this episode. I thought that I had 4 monorail cars. I thought that I did. But apparently I do not. And another monorail car running, or maybe 2 monorail cars running, could... it's going to increase the wear and tear and the monthly cost of the monorail, but it could really help with like getting these people who are always stuck over here moving faster. So let's look at attractions and shops. Let's right here. Monorail, 840 basically guests per month. So if we add another car, I bet you we could get that up, and maybe the cost of the extra car will be offset or not be as much as the extra profits we make from having people go on the monorail. So let's look at doing that. And in order to do it, we're going to have to close down, like, the monorail. Boom! That's going to piss everybody off. So let's go over here. Let's go over here. I want to make sure that, like, all the trains stop moving and everybody's off it. I'm going to have a sip of coffee while we wait. And we're going to just zoom way out. And we're just going to wait for all the trains to stop moving. All the people have gotten off before I do anything silly with the monorail. Yeah, so you can see we got one train stuck over here, one train there, one train here. There's no train at this station currently. So, did everything stop? Okay, it's all stopped. Everybody's off the monorail. And our money is just steadily at 450,000. So we're not really losing money anymore, but we're really kind of not making money either. Okay, so first thing I want to do. First thing I want to do is I'm going to edit this track. Okay, we're going to edit this track. And we're going to take all of this whole section. It's much too long, right? It's much too long. Okay, and bam, we're just going to delete it. Now, we're going to come this way. I'm going to change this again in the future as necessary, but for now, I'll just do like a couple segments like that. Do we have auto tunnel turned on? Let's turn it up like all the way. Okay, and through the ground we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Okay. What's wrong with that? Is it like the path? Could be the path. And edit the track. Yeah, okay, so it was the path. There we go. So we're going to do more of like a direct shot. That's not very direct though, is it? Actually, let's just start cruising that way from here. And now we can turn auto tunnel off. Okay. This is going to make the ride on the monorail a little bit shorter because all that extra track was like just, you know, wasted. Like why even have that? Okay. And now we just want to connect these two up. Always a little tricky with the monorail and the track rides because they don't yeah, because they're so inflexible. They have such like tight restrictions that they don't like to autocomplete. Come on, what's your problem? What's your problem, man? Why do you hate me? Okay, good. So now we got a shorter ride for the monorail. The track is complete. We got the 3 trains that are at the 3 different stations. Now, are we going to have to test it again? We are going to have to. No, we can just open. Okay, good. I also want to add another train. So one there. You know, just one more train for now. Because if I put another one, it puts it where? Put it back here? Well, you know, that could be good. You know, maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe we do 6 trains. And we slow it down. Oh, I don't know. It's going to get expensive to run. You know, let's do 5 trains. Or 4 trains. Oh, I don't know. Okay. 4 trains, 20 miles per hour. That's what we're doing. Monorail's open. And let's just see what happens here. Okay, main rail. Let's see what we got. 120 seconds max. 20-second minimum. 20-second minimum. And we don't block the station. So... And we were doing like 840 guests per month and making like $600. So let's see what happens here. Now, are they lining up? Okay, so it is open. I think the 120 seconds is like too long. It's really long. Are these things ever going to take off? Oh, because they're waiting for full load. Okay, so here they go. They all just left together. They all left together. Little arrow broke down. Do a refurb. So now this one's just pulling in. It's just pulling in. Don't block the station. Got a few people getting off, right? A few people getting off. Now what about over here? Are we getting any like traffic getting off? Not really, just a little bit. Okay, don't block the station. Okay, good. So now, you know, I kind of think the pacing of this is pretty good. This one should be leaving by the time this one gets here. And then this one should be leaving soon too. And then where'd this one go? Okay, now it's leaving. Now it's leaving. What else just broke down? Multiple rides are broken. Well. Let's go see what they are. Little Arrow still hasn't been fixed. Lost Gardens. We don't need refurbishment on that yet. Monorail, the main rail broke down. No! I don't think we need to refurbish that yet. And Temple Plane. That's the Charo plane. God, that thing annoys me. I spent so much time decorating it, and it makes no money. No money at all. It sucks. Multiple rides have been fixed. Monorail is broken down. Which one? This one? That's irritating. Twisty Turny is broken down. Do we need refurb on this? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Multiple rides have been fixed. Okay. You know, one thing I wish you could do on harder challenge mode is like, you know, if there was some way within the park to decrease the rate at which things break down. Because they do break down a lot. They break down a lot. Okay, and what I want to do is I just want to let it run maybe for the month of October. Hidden Temple's broken down. Do we need a refurb there? Nah, we'll wait. What I'd like to do is wait kind of like for the whole month of October to go by and just see what the throughput on the monorail is with the extra car and the shorter track and the new change. We were doing 840 guests a month. We were making like $600 a month. And we have had breakdowns, and I haven't refurbed the track, so we're not losing monorail income to refurbs and stuff. So I just want to see with the breakdowns and the extra car, you know, how does it turn around? We're almost through the month here. And the park is like, it's just hovering around this 450,000. So we're not making great money, but we're not losing a lot of money. If I could get people to go on these flat rides, that would be wonderful, because that would like pretty much fix things. And I don't want to get rid of the flat rides to put coasters in. Coasters over here at the Charoplane and the Whirly Rig, that would be guaranteed income. If I put coasters in there, I'm going to make a ton of money. But, you know, I want to have some flat rides. But these little turd nuggets, they don't go on them. Okay, Freaky Flyers just went down. That's okay. It got fixed fast. It got fixed fast. Okay, so some of the rides are starting to age. And one thing I have been doing too is I've been rebranding rides once they hit aging and old. And that's because there's so much more park to build. You know, I'd prefer if everything hit classic like all at the same time. And I want to fill the park up with rides before we bother doing that. Oh, okay, it's March. We've hit the month of March. So we lost $4,000, but we didn't drop down below 450. Let's look at our monthly finances real quick. Our average month is we're making a nickel. That's fantastic. We were losing $13,000 a month. Now we're making a nickel every month. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. And all right, here we go. Look at this. Monorail throughput up to 1,000. Up to 1,000. Making $3,000 a month off the monorail. And do we get an overview? What's the monthly running cost? $1,800. Potential monthly income $6,300. So, you know, that's a real money maker as long as we don't refurbish it too much. As long as we don't do too many refurbishments. Okay, so I think that's good for the episode. Now that the park is getting like profitable, things are stabilizing, and we've got people going on some of the rides again. I'm going to start refocusing some of my energy to building. And what we're going to build when we come back, I think, is we're going to just start filling in some of the scenery. Maybe I'll do it, you know, on my own time. I'll do some of it, and then I'll do some of it in the thing. I'm going to do a little bit of research. I'm going to poke around on Reddit and some or other places and see if I can't get people to go on these dumb things. Because I really wish this queue was full. I got it. I have one family roller coaster. And then I got some family flat rides, and they won't go on the family flat rides, and it's really irritating. And And if we could just get them on those rides, we'd be making money, and that would square things away, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. And we need to just, decorate the shoreline. There's probably going to be a little food court like over here somewhere. It's looking like this will be a good spot to add some food court. And then let's see, what do we do? Then I have to do something with this. And then this area is basically done. And I'll be able to release like version 1. What is this? Oh, it's a path. I'll be able to release like version 1 of Whacky World up to the workshop. And if anybody wants to download it and play with it, they can. A couple people in the stream recommended that I submit it to channels that cover theme parks, that do theme park coverage. So maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Planet Coaster Spotlights could be a potential candidate, although I don't know. And then someone said Channel 5 Gaming might look at it as well. So that could be something that happens, and that would be good for the series and for the channel overall. I'm sure it would bring in some traffic. So that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. You have a good afternoon, and take care.